Always a pleasure, Mike. Thank you for making the time for us.
Hey, man, how you doing?
Excellent, sir.
Hey, Mike.
Thank you. I know every time we've talked to you, I know about the only thing I know you to get consistently emotional about is Cus D'Amato. And
that's why I wrote the book, because the book is telling you what kind of man he was and what kind of man he made me become, and that's why I have such an affection and affinity for him.
Can you explain to us, Mike, what your life was like before Cus came into it?
Well, it was just living in a drug-infested, gang-infested neighborhood with no hope, welfare recipients that lived in condemned buildings. It was really hell.
And so what happens before the age of 13? What age did you meet Cus?
And 13.
Okay, so before the age of 13, how many times had Mike Tyson been arrested? Do you know?
I've been in a lot of trouble, yes.
But do you know the number, Mike, or no? Because I'm wondering what was, and I don't mean to press you on this. I'm wondering what it is that Cus inherited.
He inherited like 30-something arrests. Oh, now when you get like that, that's he inherited hell.
Okay, and so how willing were you to take his advice at the beginning, or were you rebellious?
Well, I had been in reform school with Bobby Stewart for a few months by that time, so I've learned to be very respectful. So I listened to what he had to say.
Okay,
so I started doing. Oh, go ahead.
No, excuse me. So you were respectful. So you had already learned to be respectful. You weren't looking to butt heads with him.
Not at all.
And he wouldn't have allowed it anyway, would he have?
No, he was an awesome guy.
So
he didn't take any crap.
And so can you give us an example? Again, the book is Iron Ambition, My Life with Cus D'Amato. Cus D'Amato really helped Mike Tyson get himself together. Can you give us an example early on of something that you did that Cus wasn't having?
Well, you know, he didn't. He really didn't enjoy me having bad times in school. I didn't do well in school, and he didn't enjoy that.
And so how did that go generally? Were you bringing home a report card? Were you afraid to bring home your report card to Cus D'Amato?
Oh, yeah. Sometimes I would go to the mailbox before the postcards even got there, the report cards, and I would try to rip them up.
I did the same thing, Mike. I got to be honest with you.
I'm telling you the truth. I was a real kid back then.
All right. So you would do that, and would he find out?
Oh, he would find out because they would call, and man, he would rip me a new butthole.
Okay, and so you what?
You did the same thing.
I absolutely did, Mike. Yes, I absolutely did several times, Mike.
How would this work, though? What do you remember about Cus's decision to become legally your guardian?
Well, me and him had made that decision with my mother. Him and my mother made that decision.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I thought that happened after your mother's death. Your mother decided.
No, my mother was still alive. My mother and Cus made that decision.
Oh, can you tell us about that? Is that something you cover in the book, Iron Ambition, My Life with Cus D'Amato?
Well, I wasn't at the conversation, but my mother said, "This is what you want to do?" And I said, "Yes, this is what I want to do." Because right after meeting Cus, right, spending around a couple of months with Cus, I had went home to visit my mother. I was so overwhelmed with being the heavyweight champion. I think I irritated my mother.
How so? What happened?
Because I was bragging so much, because that's all Cussiner was telling me, that I was the best fighter in the world. And I had won 2 national junior championships, and I was just full of myself. And my mother was like, oh, she didn't like that. She pulled away from that.
Where was your confidence level before Cus?
It was really low. Really, really low.
You do a lot of introspection. You do a lot of reading. Can you give us some self-awareness about why your self-esteem was where it was before you had Cus's love in your life?
Well, there was nothing I ever saw was a crime-ridden investment, drug-invested community. No, yes, I felt unsafe most of the time in my youth. So that was a big change in my life.
How did Cus help you with confidence?
By winning fights and passing my grades in school.
But, Mike, there was a time there, I'm reading here, that you thought that you would never be a fighter. That wasn't in the plan for Mike Tyson. You thought you were never going to be a fighter. Is that fair?
Well, yeah, because I was getting beat. I was getting knocked out and stuff in the amateurs. But Cus still saw something in me. I don't know what he saw.
What about in the street, Mike? How much fighting, given that you were arrested 30-plus times before 13, how much fighting were you doing in the streets?
I was doing a lot of fighting in the street.
Were you winning those fights, mostly?
Well, not all of them, but I won most of them. I won most of them.
So how does that work, though?
How many fights did you win?
I was not someone who fought a great deal, but I won some fights. I retired on a loss, though. I got my shirt. I got my shirt pulled. What do you mean good? I got my shirt pulled over my head in the street. My ear was bleeding, and my shoe fell off. That was my last fight.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Give me your Mike Tyson lost a street fight. Give me your story.
I don't know. Some guy just kept punching on me, and I was scared to punch back. I was scared to punch.
When did you lose your fear of fighting?
I don't know, when I was around 11 years old.
Oh, so it stopped being something you were afraid of. Did you go looking for it?
No. I became a little bully, though.
Were you a good bully?
Not good at all.
No, I didn't mean as good as a person. I meant good as a bully. A bad person, but a good bully.
Hey, I wasn't a good bully because I got arrested 30-something times, so it must have not been good.
Again, Iron Ambition, My Life with Customato. Mike Tyson with us on ESPN Radio.
Mike, you love Call of Duty, right? You love playing that game?
Yes, that's my game.
That's your game. Do you talk trash to players that you're playing online when you're playing it?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Do you play as Mike Tyson?
Huh?
Do people know it's you playing Call of Duty?
No, it's Killer Mike.
Okay, it's Killer Mike.
They have an idea. Probably.
All right, no, but I don't know do you know whether it's Mike Tyson or not when you're playing against Mike Tyson in Call of Duty? I don't know.
I have no idea. I mean, Mike would know better. Mike, they have no idea they're playing against Mike Tyson?
No, just get some lessons. Just tell them to get some more lessons.
All right, yeah, you're teaching them. Again, Iron Ambition, My Life with Customato. Why'd you decide to write it, Mike?
Hey, man, son that he deserves.
Okay, because he was your father. Have you?
He's the reason why I'm talking to your guys, and no one even knows that.
Because you think your life would have ended before that, or you wouldn't have had success without him?
No success without him. Nobody could inspire me the way he could. Nobody. I don't care what Nuke Rodney, who it was. He couldn't inspire me. He knew how to inspire me to fight.
What do you imagine would have happened with your career, Mike? How would your career have played out differently if he had not passed away?
I don't know. Maybe I'd be still fighting now.
Because his loss was a setback for you, right? Not just emotionally, but also professionally.
Yeah, it's a whole deal. Real deal.
Mike, we appreciate you being on with us. Thank you. New book, Iron Ambition, available now. Check out Mike Tyson's Mysteries, Sundays on Adult Swim, and Superhuman, Mondays on Fox. You like the idea of this Mayweather fight against McGregor?
I think it's going to be fun.
Does McGregor have a chance?
I don't think so.
Yeah, because Max Kellerman is saying that McGregor will not land a punch.
No, he won't land the punch. It's going to be fun.
But that's it. And Mike's got it right. Like, he has the right perspective. It's just going to be fun.
Yes,
that's why people are intrigued by it. Yeah.
Mike Tyson, you're an expert at fun. Mike Tyson.
Yes, I am. I am an expert at fun.
Mike, you had a lot of fun. What was the time that was the most fun?
I'm not telling you.
Mike! Mike, what was the time that was the most fun? What year? Give us a hint. What year was the most fun?
I can't tell you. 89 was a good one.
89.
89. What was going on in 89? Give us some hints.
No way, dude.
All right. I'm not going to push anymore. I know better. Thank you, Mike. We appreciate the time, sir.
All right. Love, my friend.
Much love.